What up? It's your boy T-Run Reaction. Today's Films Friday. We're gonna kick things off with the Dead Meat Kill Count reaction. Always been started as well too. This week I did a new poll week. I decided to do since recently Dead Meat been doing videos to honor our respect of the writer's strike. With coincidentally, as of this week, it is over. But anyway, they're doing a lot of non-film or web or fan film stuff for a while as well too, and so I decided to do a poll week for that kind of stuff as well too. So this is a little recap of what was going on. So apparently, I did four play-in polls for the final four spots though. The first play-in poll was the Mortal Kombat X game versus the Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc for gamers. Battle of the music videos or musical, which was the 9-inch Kills Silver Screen and the guy who didn't like musical. Second poll was the animated versus the puppet, I call it, because they both had to do with animation in a way. Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, and Emesis Blue. And the final is based off a horror franchise, and both of these were based off of a classic horror franchise, which is Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash, the horror comic, and Dylan's New Nightmare, which is a fan film based off of a previous Nightmare on Elm Street movie. So the winners of the final fours end up being, hold on, sorry, bring it out. That's the browser, my bad. So the final fours end up being, oh, sorry, I didn't do it. I'm messing up. There we go. Danganronpa between out of MKX and Danganronpa. Danganronpa was the winner of that one. Was surprising. I thought MKX would be it. No surprise. The guy who did like musical was the winner of this one. I guess people didn't want to see no music video horror movie. This one's surprising right here because I thought a lot of folks wanted me to check this out, but Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared wouldn't be in the pick for this one. And the final one, no surprise, Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash. Now we got to the final four, and what a unanimous winner. The kill count that y'all want me to check out today is none other than Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash horror comic. So this is going to be a very interesting kill count to check out as well too. As for the others, Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared and Danganronpa, I'm gonna probably hold as a buy. While the guy didn't like musical, if it's next poll week, if it depends on how many I have, we'll be back in a play-in tournament, play-in poll along with the previous one that lost the previous poll as well too. And if possible, I might have to put Danganronpa and just give only Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared to buy. Either way, here we are. We're going to check out for the first time ever, I've done video games with the Mortal Kombat 9. I've done the music video with 9-inch Scream and many other ones as well too. But I don't think I've ever have. I even did some of my half puppy stuff with. I've got the other movie, that one movie I did when the parents died. That was just crazy, and that abomination of a tanks killing. But I don't think I've ever done a horror comic kill count reaction. So that's pretty much interesting. This is going to be one of the most interesting kill count I did. I'm trying to remember that semi puppet one I reacted to years ago as well too. That was crazy though. I want to hold you back. Not the one that Willy Wonderland one, not that one. It was it called, man. I'm tweaking right now. I can't do it. Damn, that long ago since I reacted to that? Shit, no. I'm like going farther back. Keep going. The Hellraiser series, yup. The Jason's. Benny Loves You. There we go. Yeah, that one. So other than that, we're going to check out the Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash horror comic, which was known as the sequel to the infamous Freddy vs. Jason movie. So, without further ado, let's see what this see my reaction to a horror comic kill count will be. Let's get it. And a graphic horror comic that though, because graphic comics do exist. I mean, we have The Walking Dead and many others as well too. So, without further ado, let's check this out.
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tell you
Zoran!
all our favorite horror
What's his nickname
media.
today?
I'm Zoran, near mint condition Gavoyich, and today I have the honor of doing the first ever comic book kill count as we cover From cover to cover, Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash,
Cover to cover.
first published in 2007. Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash started life as a movie treatment after the success of Freddy vs. Jason in 2003. That film's director, Ronnie Yu, loved the concept, as did Robert Englund, who even came up with a poster idea.
The poster would say, Freddy versus Jason versus Ash, keeping the world safe from sequels.
Unfortunately, the negotiations to bring Ash in did not go well.
Here was the phone call. Bing. Hello. Hey, we'd like to make Ash versus Jason versus Freddy. What do you think? I think it's a great idea. Ash can finally kill Jason and Freddy. Hello?
Oh,
Hello.
shit.
And that was the end of the conversation.
Turns
Damn.
out the head of New Line, Bob Shea, didn't want Freddy to die 2 movies in a row.
Bob, you resurrected me with dog pee. You can figure out a way to keep the franchise alive.
The project fell apart, and instead of
I had to think about that. Yeah, that was 4. He did get resurrected from Toppy. I didn't think about that.
would remake Freddy in 2010, while Raimi & Co. would reboot Evil Dead in 2013. As for the triple threat, Wildstorm Comics and Dynamite Entertainment came to the rescue and acquired The Treatment, written by Jeff Katz, a vice president in New Line best known for producing Snakes on a Plane. Oh, and Katz started his career as a wrestling commentator for the
Wow.
WCW and NWO, which I'm sure is something James is excited about.
I know, that's right.
No, actually, back then I only watched The Fed.
Well, I fucking tried.
WWE.
Katz's Treatment was adapted by James.
Oh, so he was kind of like me, though. Like, I was more gung-ho to WWF, WWE at the time. I didn't watch as much of WCW, but I tried. I got an idea of it.
6-issue series that ran from November 2007 to March 2008.
Wow.
Gordon was no stranger to horror comics, having written for the Army of Darkness series and Fright Night. Art was
Oh,
done
yeah,
by Jason
Fright
Craig, whose only real credit is the Evil Ernie reboot. You remember Evil Ernie? No? Cool. Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash picks up 5 years after the events of Freddy vs. Jason. A new S-Mart has opened in Crystal Lake, and Ash is sent to supervise a bunch of unruly teens who, honestly, are some of the most dislikable characters I've ever read.
Come on, Jarvis. There's some chicks in the lingerie department that want some hot, young...
I was wondering how they gonna do the voiceovers with the comics.
Luckily, Jason is there to take them out, all while searching for the Necronomicon that Freddy needs to invade the real world. The story may sound like fan fiction, but it's actually a fun way to bring these 3 icons of horror together. The action throughout the comics is great, with lots of kills paying homage to memorable moments from all 3 horror franchises. What sucks is how much the book is brought down by its cast of just awful characters. I mean, seriously, the teens are all one note, and that note is the brown one. The guys are toxic bros, the women are objects of lust, and even Freddy is way too over the top. Ash fares a bit better, but goes a little too far with his macho persona.
Dead. All dead. He killed them all.
Yeah, I see. But we're not.
Here's the king of HR visits.
So
baby.
this is-
Jason is the only one with a truly accurate
I guess we
depiction,
could just-
since he stays tall, dark,
This-
and flashy.
this is
just
definitely
the
gonna be
way we
interesting.
like it. How many teens will be erased from the page when a Michigan native faces off with a child killer from the Ohio state and his rabid Jersey lapdog? Let's find out and get to the kills. The comic begins when I open it.
Ha!
Oh! There's no title card, but instead we get some cover art.
Cover
Done
art.
by the amazing J. Scott Campbell, best known for Danger Girl and all the art in my house that my wife says is borderline porn. A quick recap of the first film's
it's
events
hot.
reminds us that Freddy is forever trapped in a Bing Crosby sweater, and that he and Jason ended each other on that dock at Camp Crystal Lake. 5 years later, a new Super Ultra Mega S-Mart is opening in Forest Green. But don't get confused, Forest Green is just a spruced up name for Crystal Lake, as we first learned in Friday the 13th, Part 6.
No matter what you call it, it's still Camp Crystal Lake to him.
A scrolly narration by the one and only Ash Williams lets us know that Will and Laurie have returned to the franchise, and he promptly judges them for returning to Crystal Lake.
I mean, what kind of freaking idiots keep coming back to a cabin in the
That's-
woods when they know a bunch of possessed horrors are waiting to swallow their souls? Never mind.
Laurie has a feeling that Freddy and Jason aren't really
Yep.
dead. Not really sure why she waited 5 years to do something about it, but whatever. They pull over and console each other about not getting the rights to actually look like Jason Ritter and Monica Keena before splitting up to investigate. Laurie finds some blood on a tree.
Jason?
No, Laurie, Jason's a person, not a tree. Stupid.
Lord.
Now I have no idea what a chuff-chuff noise is, but it must be bad, as Lori books it to a nearby cabin to discover Will, who has
Damn.
chuffed off this mortal coil. But aside from his guts hanging out, he actually looks pretty relaxed. Probably because his spine's been loosened from his body.
Damn.
A ch-ch-ch sound heralds the arrival of our favorite undead camper, Jason Voorhees. Though technically it should be ki 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 ma ma ma, as composer Harry Manfredini based the sound on Mrs. Voorhees' famous line.
Kill her, Mommy.
He shortened
Wow.
that to ki and ma, added some reverb, and the rest is history.
Thanks. It's another nickel for me.
The wrong tune continues as Jason chases Lori through the house. Eventually he grabs some rebar, which should be impossible since he got those fingers cut off in the last movie.
Right.
Continuity police.
He somehow manages to still skewer her with a whoosh and a slash. Rebar isn't sharp. It wouldn't make a slashing sound. Huh. I fall corrected. She walks off her massive blood loss, only to trip her over her boyfriend Dipper. That then inspires her to kill Jason with a gratuitous panty shot and a cleverly scratched out skill saw. She then says, I'll onomatopoeia with a vreen, a rarn, and a kirash, sending him Myers style out the window. But unlike that other Lori, this one's gonna finish the job, only to get an unexpected DedX delivery, as Jason asks her to sign with her blood. Huh. Seems like he was channeling his inner Corey Feldman with that one. Jason drags the bodies to his shack, which has upgraded its decor, since two heads are better than one.
Wow.
Menacing laugh echoes as we're transported through Jason's one good eye into his mind. Now he's back at Camp Crystal Lake, bearing witness to some taunting and some fucking of both the human and Toontown cabin variety. The Rika Rika leads to a thumpa thumpa reveal of Freddy getting it on with Mama Voorhees.
I'm riding you like a $2 bus to Screwville, bitch.
Wait, so he's having sex on the way to Screwville?
He gotta have the bitch. Scary Terry. Shout out to Rick and Morty. Scary Terry.
What does he do once he gets to Screwville? I has questions. According to Busty Judd Crandall here, Freddy's gonna be Jason's new daddy deadest. And in order for Jason to become a real boy, he has to find a special book at the old house. And no, it's not Goodnight Moon, it's the Necronomicon Ex Mortis. Though both are bound in flesh and inked in blood. Margaret Wise Brown was actually a deadite. Who knew? With his Pinocchio plot in place, Jason heads off while somebody else heads in. Ashley J. Williams has come to this Jersey town all the way from Detroit Rock City. He's here to train the kids at that stupidly named Super Ultra Mega S-Mart, since the current staff is in need of some mature guidance.
Hey, Caroline, wanna suck on my candy cane?
She's checking out your North Pole, huh, Raoul?
God, I can't wait for all of them to die. Ash arrives with a mouthful of one-liners. Some good.
Hello, ladies. Name's Ash, but you can call me anytime.
Giggle, giggle.
And some not.
Oh, baby doll. You've got a sugar granddaddy just waiting for you.
He heads inside while these girls become a Destiny's Child molester cover band. Freddy uses some awful insults to goad Jason into killing the girls, and boy does it work. As Jason slices this girl Paris in half like a freshly baked baguette before banging these other girls together in a possible callback to those cops in Jason Goes to Hell. Or maybe just the Three Stooges. Hey Mo, looks like we're going on the camp. Ash hears the commotion and goes outside where he's immediately accused of the murders by the cops that somehow know about him?
Hey, you watch that one. He's got a history of showing up right when things start to go to hell. Awful convenient if you ask me.
I'm sorry, it's been 16 years since Army of Darkness, and he lives 5 states away. How the hell do you know who
I guess this was made before Ash vs. Evil.
Movies. So have I. Ash goes back to his favorite.
I guess this was before the Ash vs. Evil series.
Time of stacking housewares and telling stories, using a Brian Michael Bendis amount of speech bubbles to fill them all in on the details of his deadite dealings. The guys don't believe him, rightfully so, but Carrie does, because, you know, she's being set up as Ash's love interest. Even though she's, what, 22, and Ash is definitely pushing 50.
Look good. Yep, there you go. Bastard Evil. Yeah.
He mentions
Yeah,
that
they
a
came
woman in
out
the parking
later.
lot said someone named Jason killed the girls. So we get a little backstory from Carrie and a little prank from the boys. Oh, and not like it matters, but their names are Dave, Raoul, and Jarvis. Not sure why only one of them's a reference, but according to a fun director's commentary posted to Newsarama, Raoul was originally written for actor Cal Penn. But honestly, I think the character is beneath him.
Dude, I've been cutting my ass hair with them for the past 6 months.
Or maybe not. Meanwhile, Freddy's embraced his role as Ward Cleaverhands, reading Jason a Dead Time story. Aw, that's swell. Did I do that right?
No.
He then sends his adopted son of a bitch back out for some snow shumping, where he runs across a group of carolers, whom he promptly...
Whoa!
Oh, God, I love you, Jason. I count 5 carolers, including one who changes her outfit from green to red mid-death scene. Seriously, I
Right.
think this is a coloring issue and not a new character, based on the outfit. She's skewered with a sign along with this non-gremlin caroler, and the rest get a very cool triple decapitation harkening back to the Green Colors in Part 6, Jason Lives. And despite this small coloring error, I want to give a shout out to colorist Thomas Mason, whose previous work includes X-Men, Gen 13, and this Grogu Nirvana mashup that's the best thing I ever saw.
That is cute.
We then interrupt the cool kills for more dick jokes.
You just gonna stand there, or are you gonna show Bree your big saw?
This broad stereotype broad named Bree uses a sucker shaped like a Hulk testicle to seduce Ash into buying some party supplies, then quickly ditches him for this frat pack who's heading up to the Voorhees Casa Dojo house in order to deliver some more witty dialogue.
You didn't even have to swallow the tadpole. That guy must have been desperate.
That's right. When you've got tits like mine, you only have to tease. Boys will do just about anything if they think they might get a taste.
Editor Bree, is that how all Brees talk?
No.
Fair enough. The Voorhees house is modeled after the one we saw in Jason Goes to Hell, canonizing Jason's whole demon worm baby thing, though not canonizing the typo on the mailbox. Unlike that movie, though, the only body swapping here is teens swapping the clothes off their bodies. Careful peeping, Jason. Don't all over that window. While the teens get their Rika Rika thump thump on, Ash finds his favorite Calderot medal winner, right as Jason finds some more kills for the count. He tears this girl Becca apart with his then crushes her lover's head, similar to Ben's highly censored death in Part 7, The New Blood. Jason then finds Bree enjoying her tadpole toady, and a machete through the floor alerts Ash to the death of the dude Bree was banging. I don't know his name. A half-naked and traumatized Bree runs into Ash, who heroically, makes out with her. Wow, that timing was more inappropriate than when Quentin decided to make out with Nancy after she just found out she'd been molested as a child. Fuck that movie. They escape to the Delta 88, but Jason's right behind them. He chucks his weapon of choice at Ash Boy Slim, who catches it with his robo hand. Huh. These things are useful. Little Jason says, "What?" and decides everyone needs to get crunk. So he smashes the car that's been in
Here we
every
go.
Raimi movie except for the love of the game. Luckily, a coincidental Carrie arrives just in time to save them, and they drive off with the Necronomicon. It's me, Goran Zavojic, owner of Planet Zorgan Comics. And if you kids love comic books, then have I got one for you. It's called Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash, and it's got everything kids love. Completely nonsensical sound effects, overly sexualized first draft characters, and offensive mid to late 2000s dialogue. So come on down to Planet Zorgan Comics today, but make sure it's before 2 p.m. because that's when my lease is up.
Lord.
Planet Zorgan Comics, soon to be an Amazon Fresh.
Yeah, my show.
Professor
Amazon
Kruger is
Fresh.
happy with his slasher high student. And after an offensive Back to the Future reference, cuts into Jason's head to discover Ash's name tag. So he sends his bald-headed stepchild off to get smart at S-Mart. Carrie, Bree, and Ash arrive back at the store, but they're not alone. Somehow, Jason spammed his shift abilities to start his Christmas slashing spree early. And I absolutely love how nonchalant he is. Look like it's midnight and he just found out his house is out of toilet paper.
Jason, we're out of toilet paper!
Yes, Mom, I'll go to the store. He kicks things off by putting his hand through this woman's then splits another shopper in half. A third customer is slammed against the action rack that distends her torso and gives us some weird sounds. Plop, 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 plop. Okay, I don't know what the hell this is supposed to sound like. And finally, this old man gets knick-knack shopping caddywhacked and strained through it like spaghetti. Mwah! That's the good deal. Ash and the girls are disgusted.
It's gonna be, you know, the dollars, whatever. It's gonna be some interesting choices for golden chainsaw. I'll say shovel again. Golden chainsaw, man.
Cartoony, they suddenly look in this panel as we add one more shopper in the background who died next to this awesome hippo cookie jar. Oh, kind of reminds me of Flavio and Maria, the hip hippos. Ash reverts to his cowardly self and runs off while the assistant manager Reginald arrives. But the only thing he manages to do is die when Jason shoves a clipboard through his mouth. Now that is how you increase kill productivity 50%. Jason wants.
This is why I always said, you know, I'm a big Freddy fan. Jason gives no fuck. He'll kill you with damn near anything. He don't give a fuck. You're male, female, black, white, young or old. He'll kill you with he'll fuck you up badly and kill you with damn near anything.
Look, but Ash wants another one-liner.
Yo, Wayne Detsky.
And then get into a chainsaw tussle
There you
that
go.
ends with little Jason getting crunk again. Yeah! He then tosses Ash into a snack machine, and Carrie channels her inner Annie Nobi to stab tag in, only to get backhanded. Which feels weird to have Jason backhand slap someone. Oh. Did I say weird? Because I meant erotic.
Okay. he said, I want those parts.
And walks his exposed Part 7 spine away. And on his way out, we see 11 more S-Mart shoppers that Jason killed off panel. Oof. Clean up on aisle. Oh dear God! He got Brie too! Aw, and she was such a complex.
Hold on! She swallowed her tongue and talked through the. Ooh, but damn.
Character.
I'm taking a little camping trip and I need some supplies. I already packed my G-strings and other goodies. Can you help me fill my box with your wares?
The S-Marty Unsmarties go to Carrie's house while Jason delivers the book to Freddy's head. Ooh, that kind of looks like he's gonna make him kiss. Kissy kissy bitches. Freddy then uses the book's all-purpose phrase.
Klaatu, Barata, Nikto.
But he doesn't say every single little syllable right, since the actual phrase is Klaatu Barada Nikto, as established in The Day the Earth Stood Still.
Continuity police.
Jason then utters his first word ever in response. Question mark? Freddy is welcomed back to the land of the living. Now grab that book and start punning. Freddy's about to head off, but first he honors his deal to return Jason's cognitive abilities inside this Crackle Shack baby. At Carrie's, the group decides that there must be some kind of puppet master controlling Jason, and not the unkill counted kind. But you know what? They can figure that out in the morning, since Ash has somehow aged another 50 years in this panel and needs a nap. He then wakes up with a brand new hand. But we all know where this is going, as Freddy knives sprout from his fingers like Jesse in Nightmare 2. Well, only one place to go now.
Work shed.
Ash cuts off his hand again, but instead of coming to life, the reflections in his blood give birth to little Freddys that also fall back on an old classic.
1, 2 little Freddys for you.
Wow.
3, 4, better watch the floor. 5, 6, gonna gut you quick. 7,
Wow.
glad you late. 9, 10,
Freddy's
Lord.
Nice double reference to the classic Freddy rhyme and the Army of Darkness scene with all the little Ashes. Freddy continues his Jason insults by calling him a hillbilly who wants to screw his mother, even though that's more Odette's than Voorhees. Freddy tries a handoff, but instead we get a pun off.
So let's try a different game. Something like Truth or Die. Now make with the answers, deadest air.
Okay, not bad. Freddy, your rebuttal?
You know that little talk, the blades and the bees? Seems these little buggers multiply like jackrabbits.
Oh, shit.
And now it's time to say hello to my little bee.
Oh, shit.
And you thought my puns were bad.
And I still do.
God damn it, Ben. Ash is able to wake himself up with a boomstick burn, but Dave still needs 5 more minutes, because he's trapped in this dodgeball daydream that looks like a Gap ad, and it looks like the dialogue hasn't graduated middle school.
I'll take Betty Blue Balls, Pencil Dick, and 2-ton Thelma.
What about me? Oh no, I'm not taking Dickless Dave. You take him for the dike. You know what? I don't want to read this. Luckily, the dream ends quickly as Dave is pelted with dodgeballs that feel like wrenches, killing him in the midst of a walk like an Egyptian dance. They gather up supplies, including a shiny new chainsaw for Ash.
Groovy.
then make a bomb to blow up Jason, and put Raoul and Jarvis in charge of luring him to it.
Oh, shit.
Less groovy.
Especially since we're forced to endure more of their dialogue.
He's like the zombies from some horror flick. You know, the slow-moving mofos that stop and growl for brains or something before they rip off the hot chick's shirt and gnaw her knobs.
Lord.
I'd like to gnaw Caroline's knobs for a while.
Oh, shit.
Knobs are nipples.
Jason finds them and is lured to the bomb, but he soon proves he's smarter than the average zombie when he senses it's a trap. You didn't say the magic word. He then turns his attention to Carrie, while Ash searches for the Necronomicon.
Aha! Necronomicon Ex Crepus, the book of the shitty dead.
Oh no, please don't raise any more of those farting mummies from Spookies.
Oh,
please.
God.
Before Ash can grab the book, he's skewered by Freddy's which I do not know how that didn't kill him. It is so very close to his heart. He acts hurt for about 2 panels before his massive wound stops being an issue in this issue. He then vows to send this Lost Boy killer back to Neverland before Freddy's able to read the Necronomicon. Unfortunately for Ash,
I did it 10 minutes ago!
by using the Book of the Dead, Freddy now has dominion over both the waking and dream worlds.
Oh, shit.
Sends out his little deadite dream demons like souls escaping the Ark of the Covenant. Keep your eyes shut, Jason, in case Raoul and Jarvis show up again! Ash fends off more severed Freddy hands and puns.
Now that's what I call a hand job!
Lord!
With the knives? Oh, that poor
Hey,
thing.
yo!
Returns with a couple new mouths to feed.
Oh,
They're hungry
shit.
for chosen ones. But before they can swallow a soul, Jason crashes the party and
Balls.
wants to fight Freddy for
Swallow souls. Pause.
some reason. Honestly, I have no idea why he would do this other than he read the title of the comic. Wait, can Jason read? Freddy retaliates by resurrecting the army of the Church of Latter-day Jason victims. There's Crispin Glover's corkscrew cleaver death.
Oh, shit.
And a backpacker from part
Wow.
2, joined by Judy's sleeping bag death from
Whoa.
Rick's part 3 eye popping.
Oh, shit.
Whoa. And Eddie's leather strap death.
Whoa, this is awesome.
Which was actually a Roy Burns kill and not one of Jason's.
Right.
Continuity police.
The others are a little harder to recognize. This could be anyone, and this might be Jack, who got an arrow through the neck in part 1. Oh, and it looks like Shelly changed out his wetsuit and back into his flannel. Good man. A severed Freddy hand helps little Jason get crunk again. What? And an overused Freddy pun gives him the power to throw off the ghosts of Voorhees and Burns past. Yeah! Freddy knows when he's in trouble, so he tries to leave, only to realize that Ash has absconded with the Necronomicon. Using his newfound skeleton powers, he traps Ash with some vines. But before things can get all tree rapey, he's attacked by birds and forced to eat crow. Ash frees himself and says, "No more," with a little click, click, boom.
Boom.
He stumbles onto the dead bodies of Jarvis and Raoul,
Damn.
presumably killed by Jason or maybe
Sure, he
Roy
fucked them.
Burns? Who knows anymore? I don't fucking care. Ash, for some reason, gets sad about these douche nozzles, then sees Caroline's necklace and thinks he's lost her too.
Just like Linda and Sugar Baby. Why can't I save just one of them? Why, damn it?
The mention of Sugar Baby canonizes that character. First introduced in Army of Darkness vs. Reanimator. She was a parapsychologist nurse sorceress who helped Ash on several adventures in his Dynamite Comics run, and also added a
And she was black. Hey, and she a hot black girl too. Ooh.
person of color to the Evil Dead universe. Oh yeah, I've read every issue of the
My
Army
man.
of Darkness and Evil Dead comics, even the one where Ash gets his period. Yep. That's a thing. Ash's moment of humanity only lasts about one panel as Carrie returns, having hidden from Jason while he killed Raoul and Jarvis. And I understand why she didn't help them. Carrie and Ash search the Necronomicon for a passage that will send Freddy and Jason to the Deadite dimension. But instead, this horrific drawing of Ash discovers the reason Pamela Voorhees had the Necronomicon in the first place.
Did the old hag use it to bring Jason back? Wait a minute. Does this mean Jason is some kind of Deadite?
This is an idea that Jason Goes to Hell director Adam Marcus came up with to explain Jason's zombie nature. It's why he included the Necronomicon in Jason's house in his movie. And as he's eager to remind you, that makes it canon.
I always love when people go, Jason Goes to Hell isn't canon.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it
Carrie and
is.
Ash search for
You might
Freddy,
say,
but end up
you might
finding
do
the
that.
famous jump rope girls
Oh,
instead.
shit.
Carrie is captured and Ash is attacked by the dead-eyed double dutchers. He makes quick work.
Oh, I haven't done it at all. Since that's some rope, I haven't done it at all. But go back. I haven't done it at all. I have to do it one time. So hold
For
up.
Freddy, but end up finding the world-famous jump rope girls instead. Carrie is captured and
Got
Ash is
him.
attacked by
Come
He
here!
makes
I had to
quick
do
work,
it.
shooting one's head off,
Ooh.
slicing another in half, and chainsawing the third one through the abdomen.
Oh,
Looks like
shit.
Freddy's not the only kid killer around here. He then
Damn.
kills a Freddy jump rope snake, but
Oh,
doesn't
shit.
count it. Mostly because, it's dumb. Meanwhile, Freddy is being super pervy with Carrie.
As usual.
Backhanding her and demanding she give him
As
the book.
usual.
And I will say backhanding a woman feels a little less weird for Freddy.
Of course.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, it just means you treat women poorly.
You've done it before.
Be there, bitch.
He done it before.
I don't know why Freddy doesn't just kill her and take the book, but hey, no time for logic, since Jason's here to fight Freddy
'Cause she's
for
the final
no
girl.
reason again. Freddy then uses floorboards and Kids in the Hall references to help little Jason get crunk again.
I'm crushing your head. I'm crushing your head.
Lord.
Freddy uses the distraction to say the goddamn words. But Jason hates that she's not saying Barada and grabs the book from her. Ash retaliates with a little boomstick Botox that knocks off Jason's mask and jaw skin.
Ooh.
I think the ugly stick got beat with your face.
Ash then cuts off Jason's hand, like you do. But J-Man responds with a badass moment mimicking Ash by jamming a weapon into his stump.
Ho!
I guess it's true what they say. There are no original ideas left.
And then, for no reason, the house collapses. Cool. Well, at least Kane Hodder didn't get crushed by it this time. The house isn't the only thing that's collapsed, as the art takes a serious hit this issue, with Freddy looking like a monster in my pocket, Red Goblin number 27. Any idea why things look so different?
Ooh, I know. Turns out Jason Craig got pneumonia during the final issue.
Oh.
And instead of leaving, he toughed it out and got it done in just 9 days.
Wow.
Oh. Well, I'll just shut the fuck up. He leaves an unconscious Ash to chase after Carrie and get his book back.
You know, to avoid over boofies.
Get out of here. Now, stop laughing. Carrie hides in a shack village while Freddy teaches her how not to be seen. It doesn't work since he finds her and actually has a moment that feels truly in the vein of the OG scary Freddy.
God, is that who you want? I can give you.
Whoa.
God. This is my body. It is your bread. This is my blood. It is your wine. Bread and wine. All for you, Caroline.
But he quickly reverts back to sequel Freddy.
Now eat me, bitch.
Jason returns and Freddy continues his abhorrent insults before getting his head split in half by social media-asaccus Jason. He puts himself back together and uses down forward low punch to freeze Jason. But before he can
shit.
perform a fatality, he's hit by Ash's Delta 88 that I was pretty sure Jason put out of commission. Maybe it's a variant from the Multiverse of Madness? Sure, let's go with that. In any event, Ash has returned to prove he's more of a hero than Batman.
Sorry, Hash Brown. I only go down on one thing. And as sure as Shane ain't the wrinkled ass likes of you.
One of Freddy's mouths is impaled on a tree, finally shutting him up. Ash goes on a therapeutic rant that ends with a kick and a crotch shot. He doesn't enjoy such lowbrow comedy, so he steps in, knocking Ash into the frozen lake. Freddy and Jason resume their battle, but to make it a fair fight, Freddy splits himself into 5 slashy pieces. The Guar cover band unleashes a slaughter-rama on Jason until he manages to slash and chunk his way through the 4 doppelgangers.
Wow.
And I'll count them, based on Freddy's own words.
You killed Freddy.
You bastard! You here? Me, sir, right here. How do you? Great minds think alike. I love it.
Beth marches his way back to the fight, blowing a hole in Jason's chest big enough for a catchphrase.
Ooh.
Come get some.
Man, I could practically hear the audience cheering in the theater at that moment. Woo, yeah! He said the thing! The long-awaited titular showdown really only takes place over 2 pages, with some saw slashes, thwacks, punches, and more attempts to get little Jason crunk. Which then reminds Carrie to read the book, since I guess she couldn't think to do that on her own? Whatever, she says the words, opening a portal that sucks Freddy towards the Deadite realm. Well, that was super easy, barely an inconvenience.
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Pitches.
So, you got a lawsuit against Zoran from Dead Meat for me?
Yes, sir, I do.
Oh, lawsuits against Zoran are tight. Yeah. I'm coming after you, Zoran. You're dead meat.
That's actually pretty accurate, sir.
Oh, yeah. Whoops.
Lord.
Oh, crap. Ash and Carrie hang on to avoid being sucked into the portal, while Jason just, kind of walks towards them unaffected. He raises his machete to deliver a final blow, but is knocked into the lake by the Deus Ex Carina. Ooh, I'm telling you, Jason's hit by that Delta 88. You're gonna see some serious end to this shit. The Necronomicon slips from Carrie's fingers, and Freddy grabs.
Hold on a second. That's what. Arm back. Let me finish this off. Let's get it. But yeah, this has been an interesting one. I like this. I mean, I never thought I like a kill count of a comic, but this is very interesting. But let's get it.
Grabs it, but it's shot out of his hand, and he's sucked into the Deadite dimension with very little fanfare. Yay. Carrie and Ash do a little kissing to celebrate the end of the comic. We then see a shot of Jason in the lake next to the Necronomicon that teases the next showdown between Freddy, Jason, Ash, and, I don't know, Flynn Rider? The comic then ends with a great ad for the misadventures of Grumpy Cat. Oh, that looks fun. Bet their characters are a lot more like
Grumpy Cat.
How many bodies were downgraded from near mint to poor condition by our CGC slashers? Let's find out and get to the numbers. Right after I make a quick delivery for my side hustle.
DeadX.
Yoink.
Lord.
I got a Necronomicon delivery for an F. Kruger.
Well, that's me, bitch.
Whoa, hey, I don't need the attitude. I just need the signature.
Sorry.
All right, here you go. Wait. You're not going to use this for evil, are you?
Oh, I wouldn't dream of it. You get it? I kill kids in their dreams.
Yeah, I don't have time for this.
Thank you.
Oh, shit. Really?
There we go. That's 2 out of 3, bitch.
Lord.
41 people or Deadites died in Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash, with the victims consisting of 23 men, 15 women, and 3 unknown. That gives us a pie chart that kind of looks like Bizarro's Superman if you squint hard enough. Who got those kills, you may ask? Well, Freddy only got 1. 3 of them were Ash's, and 37 were Jason's, proving he's still the best body count.
It was good, a lot of choices for Golden Chainsaw, but let's see who got it.
With a total story page count of 130, that left us with a kill on average every 3.2 pages. We'll give the Golden Chainsaw for coolest kill to the S-Mart shopper.
Yup, I'm sure they figured it.
I have never seen
like
that.
I said, Jason gives no fuck if you black, male, female, black, white, young or old. He's gonna fuck you up badly, and you saw right there.
And it's really a good reason to use those disinfectant wipes they have up front. Dull Machete for lamest kill will go to Jarvis and Raoul, who were killed off panel, robbing me of delighting in their tents.
Right.
And that's it. Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash came out in 2007 and was so popular a sequel called The Nightmare Warriors was released in 2008. If this episode does well,
share the link now.
James will let me cover that one too. But until then, I'm a man who once wrote
his
his
own
comic about Bigfoot and Nessie starting a detective agency called Mystery Afoot. And this has been the kill count. Hey, Zoran in his TARDIS VO booth here. I forgot to thank all the amazing people.
All right, cool. So there you have it. This was very interesting. I actually almost liked it better than some of the films I reacted to. So yeah, this was a cool one. Something different to react to as well too. All right. So other than that, next week we're back on regular poll week as well too. The reason why I'm doing that now, cause since now that the writer's truck is over, there's words that I don't know. I think it's the 19th, or that's next week. If it's next week, then I'm holding out on it. No, take that back. That's next week. So next week depends. Oh, it might be a Sunday. Anyway, whatever week that Terrifier comes out, if it's that Friday, I gotta double check. I will react. I will bypass it. I gotta double check the schedule. If it's on a Sunday, that will be the kill count for that week of, and that's Thanksgiving week. So I'll have to find a way to see if I can do it. You know, Thanksgiving week is always a busy week as well too. But other than that, weekend. But other than that, though, either way, first of all, I'm glad the writer strikes is over. So now things get back to normal as well too. And believe it, I got it up right now. Let's double check. Let me double check on possibly Dead Meat's Twitter real quick. Let's take a look. Let's see. Dead Meat Twitter. I just said Terrifier, right? Terrifier 2. All right, Terrifier 2. I guess Terrifier. I guess. Like I said, somebody in my comments said it too. I know somebody in my comments said it, but the day it was. Somebody said it. That I'm trying to find it out. Hold on a second. Let me get to it. Hold on. One of y'all loyal guys. Here we go. So he said the 17th. So the next case next week is straight up Terrifier. I may possibly think about it. Only reason I may not do it because of one, I don't feel like doing all the extra editing and all that. But I may do the uncut version of it as well too, so I can get the full reaction. No, as well too. The only thing I gotta do extra editing with my censoring because I don't want myself nor Dead Meat to get in trouble. But other than that, if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's your boy T-Bird signing off. One love.